Okay. This week in practice, I've been thinking about the idea that we have this incredible mind that is so powerful, and this thought was kind of inspired by Michael Singer's latest book, Living Untethered. He had made mention to some of this. The potential of our mind is like unknown, really, and the human mind, is what's created all these advances in terms of like technology and transportation and medicine. Like we can get to the moon and all these crazy things, but that same mind is what we use to get stuck, right? We worry about things that are out of our control. We worry about things from the past. We worry about things from the future that may or may not happen. We worry about what people think of us constantly. And when we put it that way, we realize that this mind that we are working through this world with is either being used for these incredible discoveries, whether that's, of science or within yourself, or we're using it to be stuck. We are getting stuck in worry and shame and fear. And so just noticing where our mind energy is going to be leaking in our lives, noticing the thoughts that occupy your mind, or the thoughts that repeat, the patterns of thoughts that show up. And is that where we want to be putting our energy, or is that our cue to create a shift? And so it's the awareness of this practice of yoga that really gives us the power to not only notice and see where our mind is focused and what our mind is preoccupied by, but also to be able to start to shift that towards what we do want to focus our energy and intention on. So as you move across your yoga mat, leaning back in your awareness, just to be aware of the thoughts, right? The thoughts that keep coming up, maybe the ones that seem silly, but still taking note of that. And then also being aware of how would I like to use my precious mind energy in life? Like, what do I want to put my mind to? What is important to me? And what is my purpose? So we'll start in Shavasana, just lying on the back body. Go ahead and take a moment just to find yourself in a comfortable shape on the earth. As you start to settle in, allow your eyes to close. And just notice the movement of your breath without changing anything about your breath. Just notice the natural flow of inhale and exhale. And if the breath is really shallow, or maybe the quality of breath, is not the same as when you're in that deep ujjayi breath moving through a flow, just noticing how your breath feels without changing it at all. Our breath, like our mind, is this thing that we often don't use the full capacity of, right? As we're moving about our day, usually the breath is out of our awareness, just happening on its own. But when we step into this practice, we have an opportunity to use more and more of the lungs' capacity, more and more of our capacity for breath. And so starting to deepen every inhale and lengthen every exhale. Let's begin to feel that contrast in your breath. The difference between kind of natural, shallow breathing and the fullness of breath that we tap into through this practice. As you continue to deepen your breath, you can either bring to mind your own individual intention, Or maybe today moving with the intention in your heart of being fully present to your practice, allowing this practice to help you uncover your true potential, all the possibility, opportunity that is just beneath the surface. It's just waiting for us to acknowledge it and to lean into it. And so with your intention in mind, whether that's again your own or something along the lines of being open to this practice, revealing to you more of your true potential, go ahead and start to bring maybe one hand to your heart or both hands to your heart. And we connect to that intention. We'll start with 3 rounds of cleansing breath. As you're ready, take a really big breath in through your nose. And then an open mouth exhale, let it go. Twice more like that, we'll breathe in. And then release that breath out. One more round, really deep inhale through your nose. And then clear that exhale out of your mouth. And just when you're ready, start to find your way into a full body stretch on your back body. Start to reach your hands up overhead. Just take a moment to find any movement here. Maybe movement through your fingers, your toes, maybe your ankles, your wrists. Then eventually start to bring both of your knees into your body. Just drawing your thighs in close. Again, any movement here is to start to check in with your spine. And then keep your knees bent. Place your feet about as wide as your yoga mat. And let both of your knees tip over to the left into your pinwheel twist. And then you can stay here if you want to add a little bit more pressure to the twist, especially through your right side and the internal rotation through your right thigh bone. You can stack your left ankle on top of your right thigh as we take 2 more breaths. If your left ankle is stacked on top of your right thigh, go ahead and unhook that. Just slowly tip your knees through center and over to the right for your pinwheel twist second side. Make an option to add right ankle on top of left thigh. And settling in, move 2 cycles of breath throughout your body. Same as before, if you have the hook, go ahead and unhook right ankle from left thigh. But to bring your knees back through center and into a happy baby pose. So any version of happy baby, hands can go to your shins, or you can reach up to your ankles or your feet. Just take a moment here to let your knees open wide. Maybe a little rock from side to side. And then we'll shift into a figure 4. Right ankle stacks on top of your left thigh. And decide if you'd like to land your left foot to the ground or if you'd like to reach your hands around your left hamstring. As you flex your right ankle, feel your right knee moving energetically forward to create a little bit more space between your right leg, your shin bone, your thigh bone, and your torso. So the entire right leg is moving energetically forward, creating more distance between torso and right thigh. And then from here, we're going to do a little core engagement. So start to send your right leg up to the ceiling. Send your left leg either forward to a hover, creating a capital L for your legs. Or if you want a little bit less intensity, you can bend your left knee and place your left foot to the earth. And from here, we're going to eagle wrap our left arm underneath our right. Palms come together. Or you can also take your hands behind your head. Or just bring your forearms together if you want something similar to eagle arms, but the double wrap doesn't work for your body. Good. So whether your left foot is on the earth or your left leg is hovering, you have your eagle arms or hands behind your head. On your inhale, you're going to slowly start to lower your right leg. So maybe your right heel is coming to tap your left toes, or right leg comes to a hover as you inhale. On your exhale, you're going to lift your right leg, lift your head and shoulders, little crunch. We'll go again as we inhale, right leg lowers. You can reach your fingertips up and overhead, so elbows lift. On your exhale, right leg lifts, lift your head and shoulders. And a little pause at the top. And 3 more. We're going to inhale, right leg lowers, fingertips reach up and overhead. On your exhale, right leg lifts, head and shoulders lift. And for 2, we inhale, lower, open. And on your exhale, lift and lift. Right leg high, head and shoulders high. The last round, inhale, lower your right leg, reach your fingertips up overhead, pull your navel down. And exhale, lift your right leg, lift your head and shoulders. Take an extra breath in. On your exhale, release, relax, unwind. Bring your knees to your chest so that your head and shoulders drop back. Take a really deep breath in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let that breath go. We'll figure 4 left ankle over right thigh next. Just take a moment to create your hip opening. And again, your left knee, shin bone and thigh bone are moving forward and away from your torso, creating that distance. You can rock from side to side. Or just stay in stillness. And check back in with your breath, taking a really slow, intentional inhale. And slow, steady exhale. And we'll start to make our way into our core connection for second side. So again, you can send your left leg up to the ceiling, and then you get to decide if your right leg's going to go to a hover, or if you'd like to bend your right knee and place your right foot to the earth. You can either eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. If you want something similar to eagle arms, but the full double wrap doesn't work for you, you can bring your forearms together. Or you can take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. So finding what feels good to your body in this moment. Pull your navel to your spine. On your inhale, left leg's gonna lower. Reach your fingertips slightly overhead. As you exhale, left leg lifts. Head and shoulders lift. No momentum. Moving with breath, we'll inhale, left leg lowers. Fingertips reach up and overhead. As you exhale, left leg lifts, head and shoulders lift. The last 3, inhale to expand open. Follow your exhale to lift all the way up. The last 2, inhale, slowly open. Exhale to lift without momentum. Final one, we'll inhale, open. Left leg lowers, fingertips reach. And exhale to lift, left leg high, head and shoulders high. Pause for your inhale, nice and proud and lifted through your chest. And then release and relax on your exhale. Take a deep breath through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And start to find your way up to tabletop pose. We'll meet on all fours. Once you have your joints stacked, shoulders over wrists and hips over knees, we'll inhale to a cow pose. Start to lift up through your heart and your tailbone. And then exhale, cat pose, round your spine. And twice more, we'll inhale to cow. We scoop open through your chest. And exhale, cat pose, press down with your hands. Just spread your shoulder blades wide apart. One more time, inhale, cow pose. Spread your sits bones wide. And exhale, cat pose, press down into the earth. Let your head hang heavy. And then come back to a neutral spine. Setting up for tabletop gecko pose, take your hands wider than your yoga mat and tent your fingertips on the earth. I'm going to slide your heart a little bit further forward so your heart's about in line with your fingertips, and then start to dive your chest straight down to the earth. Elbows go wide to step over your wrists. Shoulders slide out of your ears. Big heart opening. On your next inhale, lift your heart back up through center, and we'll add in a twist. As you exhale, you're going to bend your elbows, dip your right shoulder to the midline, twist your heart and your gaze towards the left. Then inhale up through center. And exhale to second side. Left shoulder dips in, twist your heart and gaze to the right. And then inhale back through center. And we'll exhale to downward facing dog. Plant through your palms, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back. Let's take a moment here in your down dog, finding any movement as you start to check in with your body, your hamstrings, your spine. Relax the weight of your skull. And then start to walk forward into your forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Let your knees bend. Then take a movement here. Maybe you go side to side, or maybe you shift forward and back. Just allowing yourself to explore your shape, to be a little bit curious of each posture, especially the ones that we've taken many, many times before. Your next inhale, begin to find your halfway lift with a space in the crown of your head to your tailbone. And exhale, forward fold, release. Breathe in to rise all the way up to stand Urdhva Hastasana, big circle seat to the sky. On your exhale, forward fold, hinge back down to the earth. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen. And on your exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. On your fingertips, left knee comes to hover, cow lunge, reach your heart forward with a big breath in. And then exhale to your cat lunge, lengthen out both of your legs. From here, bend into both of your knees. This time, lower your left knee to the earth. One big breath in, lift your heart and hands up to the sky just for a moment. Stretch to the front of your left hip. And your exhale, hands come down to the earth. High plank pose, lift your back knee, right foot steps back. And knees up or down, we pause for one full cycle of breath, really letting up through the entire front of the body. Press the earth away through your hands and through your toes. On your next inhale, start to shift forward and exhale to your belly, slow motion. Thighs stay really active as you lower all the way down to the earth. Untuck your toes and inhale to your low cobra. Use the strength along your spine to peel your heart away from the earth. And then exhale to release. And inhale to a low or high cobra, lifting up maybe a little bit taller. And exhale to release. Inhale to low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Big breath in to lift and open. We'll meet in downward facing dog, hips to the sky. As you return to down dog, use an inhale to lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop to the top, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen out through your spine. And exhale to fold right back down. Rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale your fingertips to the ceiling. And on your exhale, forward fold, dive back down to the earth. To get a half lift with your breath in. As you exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Bring your right knee to hover for your cow lunge. Stretch your sternum forward. And exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. Bend into both of your knees, release your right knee down to the ground. For one inhale, lift up to your heart and hands. Feel your front body open a little bit more. And exhale, high plank, hands to the earth. Left foot will step back. Use your inhale to shift forward. And on your exhale, slow and strong, release all the way down to the ground. When you arrive, you'll untuck your toes. Breathe into a low or a high cobra. Think about drawing your ribs away from your pelvis to create length. And exhale to release to your belly. Stack your hands underneath your forehead, elbows wide. Press your toenails down into the ground, light up your thighs. And pull your navel to your spine. And then take a big breath in. On your exhale, you're going to keep the backs of your hands and your forehead connected and lift that whole unit off the earth. So backs of the hands and forehead are connected, elbows are wide, shoulder blades are squeezing together. Long to the nape of your neck, take a big breath in. And just stay as you breathe out. Good, one more inhale, nice and strong along your spine. And exhale to release. Hands slide back by your low ribs. Inhale to your upward facing dog, or go back to cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Then take a nice deep breath in. And then open mouth, exhale out. On your next inhale, reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, cross it underneath your body. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg reaches to the sky again. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts up and back. On your exhale, step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. Really strong through your legs. Use your breath in to find a high crescent lunge. Start to rise and reach up. On your exhale, find a little airplane hinge through your torso. So heart dives forward, hands sweep back beside you. From here, we'll eagle wrap our left arm underneath our right. And then inhale to lift your elbows to the sky. Remember, you can always bring forearms together and step. As you exhale, you're going to dip your left knee straight down to a hover. Round your upper back like a cat. Fingertips point towards the earth. So shoulders are stacked over hips, over left knee. On your inhale, lengthen and lift. So rising up, elbows to the sky. We'll take that twice more. Exhale, dip and round through your spine. Inhale, lift back up. One more time, exhale, dip and curl, pull your navel in tight. And then inhale to rise back up. On exhale, warrior two, start to unwind and settle into Virabhadrasana two. The deep breath in, reverse your warrior, right hand reaches back. And then exhale, side angle, take your time to swim forward. From here, we'll go to star pose. Press the earth away as you rise up, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat. And then goddess squat, bring your heels in. We'll bring hands to thighs for this first round. We're gonna inhale to lengthen through the torso. On your exhale, dip your right shoulder to the center and twist your heart to the left. Really look up towards the ceiling. Then inhale back through the midline, lengthen out. And exhale, second side, left shoulder dips in, twist to the right. Maybe again, take your gaze to the ceiling to deepen that rotation. And then inhale through your center. And exhale to your wide-legged forward fold, toes turn forward, dive down. Take a breath in to lift up halfway. And on your breath out, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat. Turn all 10 toes to the left. From here, three-legged dog, push the earth away. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right tricep cross underneath. Three-legged dog, full breath in. Left knee, left tricep, breath out. Three-legged dog, inhale. And then step your left foot forward with your exhale. Peek your heart forward and then press your feet, root to rise to crescent lunge. On your breath out, airplane your arms beside you, tip your heart forward just a little bit. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left or find your arms of choice. And with an inhale, start to lift up to your elbows. On exhale, your right knee is going to dip down, round through your upper back. You can let your head drop a little bit, fingertips stretch towards the earth. Inhale to lift back up, elbows to the sky. Twice more, we'll exhale, dip and curl, pull your navel in. Then inhale to rise up. Shoulder blades help lift your heart. Last time, exhale, dip and round. Really feel that big opening to the front of your right hip. Breathe in to stand tall again. And exhale, warrior two. Right heel roots down as your wings spread open. As you sunk into the depth of your lunge, inhale to reverse. Left hand goes high. And exhale, side angle. Keep all that length to your left side as you hinge forward. And then star pose, press through your feet, rise up, toes turn forward. Goddess squat, heels in, hands to thighs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, dip your left shoulder in, twist your heart to the right. Follow your breath back to center. And exhale, second side, right shoulder dips in, twist to the left. Inhale back through center. And exhale to your wide-legged forward fold. Take a deep breath in to lift up halfway. And on your breath out, low lunge to the front of your yoga mat. High plank pose, right foot's gonna step back. Just pause right here as you inhale. On your exhale, take your right knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, high plank, right foot steps back. Second side, exhale, left knee towards your right tricep. Inhale, high plank, step back. On your exhale, lower halfway down. Breathe into your upward facing dog. Listen on your exhale, lower to your belly. So thighs to the earth, lower all the way down. And from here, you're going to take your hands wide for gecko pose. Just like what we took in our tabletop pose. Tighten your fingertips on the earth. Big breath in, lift your heart up through center, any amount. On your exhale, dip your left shoulder to the midline, twist towards the right. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, second side, elbows over wrists as your right shoulder dips in, look to the left. And then inhale up through center. And your exhale, lower down. Hands by your low ribs, press back to child's pose. Just taking a 3-breath pause. Good. For your last breath here, maybe inhale through your nose. Maybe exhale out of your mouth. If you'd like to grab a sip of water, grab a quick sip of water. And then we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. As you find your way to downward facing dog, start to reconnect back to your breath as well. So Ujjayi breath in and Ujjayi breath out. Okay, inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged. Exhale, right knee towards the left tricep and pause. Hold for your breath in and stay for your breath out. 3-legged dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale, right knee toward the right tricep. We hold for inhale. We stay for exhale. 3-legged dog, inhale your right leg up and back. And then step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Slow and strong high crescent lunge. Breathe in to rise up. On your exhale, you're going to either go airplane arms or airplane pose. So you can just hinge forward or just shift into your right leg and explore a little bit of balance here. Going back to crescent lunge, take your time to lower your left toes to the earth. Deep inhale, reach to your heart and hands. On your exhale, goddess arms, option to dip your left knee to a hover, front ribs pull in. Inhale to rise and reach up, high crescent. Exhale, goddess and dip. Once more, inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, goddess and dip. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Your exhale opens you up to warrior 2. From here, reach both hands to the sky with an inhale. On your exhale, interlace your hands behind you. Right thumb goes on top of your left. You can keep your elbows bent, or you can lengthen out your arms. Make sure you pull your front ribs in. So we're not just flaring out the front ribs to create this connection. We keep this container at the center, so we're really focusing that stretch into our chest. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like to, dive down to a humble warrior for a breath. Heart goes towards the inside of your right leg. Try to relax your head, just let your head hang heavy. Create distance between the heads of your shoulders and your ears. And then slowly start to press through your feet. Take your time to rise back up into your warrior 2. Star pose, turn your toes forward, reach high. And then goddess squat. This time as your heels come in, you're going to send your arms out to a capital T. On your inhale, reach your left fingertips towards the back of your yoga mat. On your exhale, we're going to side bend. Bring your right elbow towards your right thigh and reach your left hand overhead. Front ribs hug in. We stay for inhale. We stay for exhale. As we rise back up to our capital T, breathe in, right hand reaches the front of your yoga mat. Exhale, second side, side bend. Left elbow towards your thigh. Right hand reaches overhead. Heart is open as we hold for inhale. And stay for exhale. Then come back to that capital T as you breathe in. And wide-legged forward fold, toes forward and dive down. Take an inhale through your nose. Maybe an exhale out of your mouth. Then breathe in to lift up halfway. On your exhale, turn to your left, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat. From here, three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee towards the right tricep. Hold for a breath in. And stay as you breathe out. Three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, left knee towards your left tricep. Hold for a breath in. Heart's reaching forward as we stay for a breath out. Three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And exhale to step your left foot forward. Strong legs. Take your time. High crescent lunge. Breathe in to lift up. On your exhale, you choose airplane arms or airplane pose. So either one. Taking 2 cycles of breath. Make your way back to crescent. Gently release your right toes. Full inhale to reach up high. On your exhale, goddess arms, maybe right knee dips to a hover. Make sure your front ribs are pulling in, spacious through your low back. Inhale to rise and reach. Twice more. Exhale, goddess, and dip. Shoulder blades are lifting your heart. One more time. Inhale, stand tall. And exhale, open dip. Next breath in is high crescent. We'll open to our warrior 2. Keep your left knee bent. Just breathe both hands up to the sky. With exhale, hands interlace behind you, left thumb's going on top. So again, you can stay right here with your chest expansion bind. Or if you'd like to dive forward on the inside of your left thigh, plug your left thigh bone into your pelvis, recommit to the lunge, and hinge to the inside of your left leg. You can do a humble warrior without the bind too. You can just dive down to the inside of your left leg. That works as well. Just take one breath here. And we'll rise back up. We all meet in our warrior 2. Star pose, turn your toes forward, reach high. Give yourself an extra moment here because I know our legs have done a lot for us. Quads have been working hard. And then go ahead and sink into your goddess squat, spreading your arms back to that capital T. We're going to inhale, reach the right fingertips forward to the front of your yoga mat. This time as we exhale, right hand's going overhead. Sweep your left arm across your body. Front ribs hug in, your core is strong. On your inhale, bring it back to your capital T. Left hand reaches to the left, and exhale, switch your arms, left hand overhead. Right arm reaching across your body. And then inhale just to your capital T, spread your wings wide, and exhale to your wide-legged forward fold. Pausing for an extra breath, take an inhale through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. Breathe into your halfway lift. Your out breath, rotate to your right, low lunge to the front of your yoga mat. Go ahead and step back into your high plank pose. The right foot meets your left. Hold for your inhale. On exhale, right knee goes towards the left tricep. Inhale, high plank, step your right foot back. Exhale, left knee towards right tricep, second side. Inhale, high plank, step it back. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Breathe into your heart, opening up, Dagger Cobra. Just like before, we're going to lower to the belly. So you can drop your knees to the earth. Your elbows bend as you lower down. Stack your hands underneath your forehead. Just take a mini belly down Shavasana. Just 2 or 3 cycles of breath to pause. From here, when you're ready, draw your legs back to about hips distance. Slide your hands back by your low ribs. And as you inhale, find a low or high cobra. So again, the intention of this is to pull your rib cage away from your pelvis. And exhale to release. This time, inhale to a low cobra and pause. On your exhale, hover your hands away from the earth. On your breath in, maybe reach your hands forward. Imagine you're holding a yoga block between your palms. With your breath out, goddess your arms, squeeze through your back body. And then we'll inhale to reach forward. Same thing, exhale, goddess arms, feel that squeeze and lift. One more time, inhale, reach your hands forward, long through the nape of your neck. Then exhale, goddess your arms, squeeze. Hands by your low ribs, forehead to the earth, release. And then slow motion, push back to your child's pose. Press your hips to your heels. Knees can be together or wide. Take a breath here. And take another deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Do one more like that. Deep breath into the nose. And open mouth, exhale to release. Go ahead and rise up into your tabletop pose. Shift to all fours. On your inhale, find a cow pose. Heart and tailbone scoop up to the sky again. And exhale, cat pose, round through your spine. You find a neutral spine, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. We just have one little standing balance moment, and then we're going to bring it down to the earth. So from your downward facing dog, finding your way to a forward fold, you can tiptoe, you can step, or you can take a big hop to the top of your yoga mat. It's up to you. Allow your knees to soften, your head hang heavy. We take a moment here to find some movement. With your next inhale, lift up halfway. As you exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way to stand with a deep breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart. So shifting into a little standing balance here. Your hands at your heart, you can find some softness in your knees. We're gonna lean over to our left foot and bring our right leg up into a one-legged Tadasana. Just pausing here, take a slow inhale. And a slow exhale. And from here, if you'd like to add an eagle arms, maybe eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Shoulders out of ears, elbows lifted in line with your shoulders, hands away from your face. If you want to add in one extra little challenge here, maybe you lengthen your right leg forward any amount. It doesn't matter how high your leg is. Take a big breath in. Exhale, eagle armed airplane pose, or feel free to go to a regular airplane pose. So tipping forward, and find your breath. Fingertips reach forward. Right leg is active and strong. From here, listening, you're going to soften through your left knee. Unwind your arms to airplane wings. Super strong through your core. Bring your right leg up with you to stand again. One-legged Tadasana. This time, inhale, reach your hands up high. And your exhale, goddess your arms. Hands will fall to interlace behind you. Right thumb goes on top of left. From here, you're gonna bend both of your knees. Well, your right knee's already bent. Bend into your left knee. Place your right foot to the earth and dive forward into your forward fold. You can always release the bind of your arms if you'd like. You still have the bind, go ahead and release. Arms release down towards the ground. Inhale to a halfway lift to reset. And exhale, forward fold. Rise up to stand with your next breath in, reach it high, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart. You find a little softness in your knees, start to lean into the strength of your right leg. And bring your left leg up. Really recruit your core and your right glute. Taking a moment to find yourself here. If you'd like to add in the arms, you might eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Again, you can always just bring your forearms together. Elbows in line with shoulders, shoulders out of ears, and hands away from face. Option to lengthen your left leg forward for a moment. Take a big breath in. As we exhale, it's eagle armed or regular airplane pose. Super slow motion, you're gonna fly it back. Having your arms connected like this makes balance extra challenging. So breathing deep, long through your entire body. Just like before, you'll find a little bit of softness in your standing leg. Unwind your arms to airplane arms. Bend your left knee into your body as you rise up one-legged Tadasana. Reach the sky with your inhale. Goddess arms as you exhale. Hands interlace behind you, left thumb on top of right. Chest expansion, bind breath in. On your out breath, bend your right knee enough to land your left foot to the earth. And hinge forward into your forward fold. Again, you can keep or release the bind. Take an extra inhale. Hands to the earth as you exhale. One last halfway lift. And then bend your knees and have a seat. Grab one more sip of water and hydrate. And then we're going to lower it down to the earth. So let's send our legs out long for a little forward fold, and then we'll descend from there. So legs long, you can have some softness in your knees though. Inhale to reach your hands to the sky. On your exhale, hinge forward. Just take one breath here. If you feel called to stay a little bit longer in your forward fold, feel free to stay. Otherwise, you're going to inhale, reach up to the sky again. On your exhale, slowly as you can, roll down your spine to the back of your body. Starting at control at your center to release. Take a nice big breath in. Maybe open mouth, exhale out. Draw your knees to your chest just for a moment to lengthen your spine. And we'll set up for a bridge pose. So knees bent, place your feet to the earth. Deep breath in as you root down with your feet. On your exhale, lift your hips up. So it doesn't matter how high your hips go. You can take any variation with your arms. Think about lengthening through your body. Finding a really balanced bridge pose. So can you find that balance between effort and ease? Balance between strength and length? And then can you balance out your inhale and your exhale? Feel the strength at the backs of your legs and through your seat and through your center. Imagine a block between your thighs. You take one more breath in. Then exhale, slowly start to lower all the way down. Your hips will find their way to the earth. As they do, just take a little pause. And feel the sensations. And then we'll take a figure 4 twist. So right ankle will stack on your left thigh, and then tip that whole figure 4 over to the left. So the sole of your right foot arrives to the earth. Your right knee is moving energetically forward away from your heart space. Option for your left hand to reach down to catch your right foot or ankle. And take 3 of your slowest breaths. And just switching to second side as you come back through center. You're going to release your right foot to the earth. Stack your left ankle on your right thigh, figure 4, and then tip that whole figure 4 over to the right side of your yoga mat. And an option for your right hand to reach down to catch left foot or ankle. Left knee moves away from your body. Maybe your hips are energetically squaring to the ceiling. And then settle in for at least 3 slow breaths. And from your figure 4 twist, slowly bring it back to center, unwinding your legs to a couple of windshield wipers from side to side. And the last shape that we're going to take together will be a butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Just taking a moment to breathe here. If there's something else you wanted to add into your practice, feel free to take this time to incorporate any final shapes or movements. Just give yourself at least 5 cycles of breath to be right here. As you start to feel complete, you're going to start to find your way into Shavasana. You can either just send your legs out long, or you can bring your knees into your chest. Hug your thighs in close once more. If you want to, you can also roll your nose up to your knees, getting a big stretch to the back of your body on your breath in. As you breathe out, go ahead and release out into your final relaxation. Settling into Shavasana for our last few minutes together. Allow your eyes to close. Your whole body begin to melt into your yoga mat. As your head and shoulders and hips, arms and legs all become heavy. And you feel your entire body release and relax. Remind yourself of your intention. Remind yourself that you deserve this time just to be and breathe. And that committing to your practice includes these last few minutes at the end of class. where you make space for whatever needs to rise up to the surface to find its way forward. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth exhale, release that breath out. And just bring maybe one or both hands back to your heart space again. Returning back to your intention. Taking this final pause, we pause in gratitude. Grateful for this practice that teaches us so much. Grateful for this community, having this community alongside us as we practice, even if we're not physically together, knowing that the energy of everyone else is by your side. And then grateful for our bodies and our breath, the physical vessel that moves us through every moment of every day. So in gratitude, let's take a deep breath in again. And one more open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live more authentically, love more deeply, and use all of our potential each and every day. Thank you so much for being here. And namaste.